So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now let me tell you, today we are going to cover 2 days current affairs. Therefore, it's going to be 8 to 10 MCQs for today's lecture. Okay, we couldn't cover 1st May 2025's current affairs. Therefore, we have combined 1st May and 2nd May's current affairs. Okay, we have created MCQs out of these 2 days current affairs, and now we are going to discuss them in one single lecture. So today's lecture is going to be a little bit longer. Okay, all right. Let's begin today's discussion, starting with question number 1. So yeah, consider the following statements regarding census in India. The first synchronous or complete census was held on February 17th, 1881. The process of counting caste denominations in the census was discontinued from 1951. The last caste data available is from the census of 1941, when British still ruled over us. Okay, so how many of the above statements are correct? Now look, the Britishers did conduct census in 1860s, in 1870s as well. But the first proper full census and periodic census was conducted in 1881. And from then onwards, Britishers made it a point that it is going to be conducted every 10 years. So from then, 1891, 1901, and then when India got independence, this practice was continued. That is why the last census that was conducted was 2011. Okay, so the first synchronous or complete census was held on February 17th, 1881. Absolutely correct. Now, when Britishers used to conduct census, they also used to conduct caste census. They used to count the number of people belonging to a particular caste. Okay, so the process of counting caste denominations was there during the British times, but it was discontinued after independence because, well, independent India thought that that would create a lot of divisions within a country which has already been divided based on religion. Now we don't want it to divide on the basis of caste. Okay, so the process of counting caste numbers was discontinued with, okay, from 1951 onwards, when India's first independent census was conducted. Okay, but yes, we did not count caste denominations or the number of people belonging to a particular caste except SCs and STs. That was counted. Okay, and various religions. So religious denominations were counted, SCs, STs were counted, but not other castes. Okay, so this part is absolutely correct. The last caste data available is from the census of 1941. Now, logically, this should have been correct because 1941 census was conducted by the British. But the thing is, 1941, the British were involved in World War II. Therefore, a temporary census was conducted, but the data for caste was not released. So the last data as far as caste census is concerned that is available to us is from 1931. Okay, not 1941, because of World War II. Like the current census was delayed because of COVID-19 pandemic, similar things happened in 1941. So this statement is false. Only 2 statements are correct. The answer is B. Question 2. Consider the following statements regarding fair and remunerative price. It is the price declared which sugar mills are legally bound to pay to farmers for the cane procured by them. FRP is declared by Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Sugarcane Control Order 1966 mandates payment within 14 days of the date of delivery of the cane. Okay. Now, as you all know that there is MSP. Okay, MSP is there for 22 crops, right? 16 Kharif crops, 6 Rabi crops, and 2 commercial crops, right? Now, what is MSP? MSP is basically a minimum guaranteed price that is given to the farmers for their produce of these 22 crops, right? Under MSP, government promises the farmers that they are ready to procure their crop at this price. So government procures these crops from farmers at this price. This is MSP. Now, similar to MSP, there is fair and remunerative price, FRP, but FRP is for sugarcane. And another difference between FRP and MSP is, though both are same, both are guaranteed prices, but another difference is that in case of FRP, government doesn't procure sugarcane from farmers. Government forces sugar mill owners to procure sugar cane from farmers at this price. Okay, sugar mill owners, sugar mills, these are those mills, those factories which produce sugar from sugar cane, right? So it is the price declared which sugar mills are legally bound to pay for farmers for the cane procured by them. Absolutely correct. Now, remember, like MSP, FRP is declared by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So the declaration is made by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, but Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs do take into account the recommendations of CACP. Okay? CACP is just a recommendatory body. Declaratory body is CCEA. So this statement is false. Now, as per Sugarcane Control Order 1966, sugarcane farmers will be paid within 14 days by sugar mill owners. Okay, this is true. So 1 and 3 only, the answer is C. Question 3. Which of the following are correct regarding National Security Advisory Board? So it is a statutory body established in 1998 that is the highest decision-making body when it comes to national security. It advises the National Security Council headed by Prime Minister on long-term security analysis and policy action. Home Minister of India shall act as ex officio chairman of National Security Advisory Board. Now look, the thing is that the highest body that makes decisions with respect to security of India is Cabinet Committee on Security. Okay, this is the highest body. But there are other organizations also. Okay, now there is a National Security Council which is headed by Prime Minister. This National Security Council advises the Prime Minister on all security matters. Okay, Prime Minister is its chairman and National Security Advisor NSA Ajit Doval is its secretary. Now under National Security Council there is National Security Advisory Board, and then there is, well, Special Protection Group, which is a committee headed by NSA. And then there is a secretariat, National Security Secretariat. Okay, all these bodies are not statutory. All these bodies are non-statutory, non-constitutional. Okay, so NSAB, National Security Advisory Board, functions under NSC. So it is a statutory body, it is not a statutory body. Yes, it was established in 1998, but it is not the highest decision-making body when it comes to national security. Okay, so this statement is false. Now, it does advise the National Security Council headed by Prime Minister, and the main job of NSAB is to give long-term security analysis, or long-term preparation, not short-term, that what should we do after Pahalgam, okay, just after Pahalgam terrorist attack. No, they advise on long-term, what should be our security like after 5 years, 10 years time, right? So, yes, second statement is correct. Now, National Security Advisory Board recently, former RAW chief, Research and Analysis Wing, okay, and former NTRO, National Technical Research Organization chief, was made the chairman of NSAB. Home Minister is not the ex officio chairman of NSAB. Anyone can be the chairman of NSAB. That is decided by Prime Minister. So only two statement is correct. The answer is C. Question number 4. Consider the following statements. Strategic Policy Group is a body that functions under National Security Council and is headed by National Security Advisor. National Security Council is headed by Prime Minister with Home Minister acting as its secretary. The total membership of National Security Advisory Board is fixed at 7, including the chairman of NSAB. So I just told you Strategic Policy Group is a body that functions under NSC. Okay, as you can see, Strategic Protection Group, Policy Group, I'm so sorry, functions under National Security Council and it is headed by National Security Advisor. So first statement is correct. The National Security Council is headed by Prime Minister, but it's not the Home Minister. It's the NSA that acts as its secretary. Okay. Now, as far as National Security Advisory Board is concerned, it does have a chairman. But how many members will this National Security Advisory Board will have? That depends from time to time. Government takes the final call. There is no upper limit on the number of members that this board will have. So this 7 is false. Okay. So only one statement is correct. The answer is B. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding Green Hydrogen Certification Scheme. So it is launched by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and Bureau of Energy Efficiency is its nodal agency. As per this scheme, sectors using green hydrogen are also eligible for carbon credits under carbon credit trading scheme. Green hydrogen production is highly costly and water intensive process. Now, under National Green Hydrogen Mission, Government of India has launched Green Hydrogen Certification Scheme, so that, well, all the green hydrogen that is used in different industries, well, that is of highest quality. That is why green hydrogen produced would be first certified and then used. Clear? Now, this scheme was launched by MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and BEE will be its nodal agency. This is correct. Now, if a industry or a factory uses green hydrogen instead of other fossil fuels, then definitely that industry is reducing its greenhouse gas emissions because it is using green hydrogen instead of fossil fuels, right? So, because it is reducing its greenhouse gas emissions, it will be provided carbon credits. These carbon credits can be sold by this industry for money. So, basically, if an industry uses green hydrogen, it earns carbon credits and it can sell those carbon credits. So, basically, there is a financial incentive to use green hydrogen, right? Now, this carbon credit is under carbon credit trading scheme. So, this is correct. Okay. Green hydrogen production is highly costly and water intensive. Absolutely correct. You know how green hydrogen is produced? Well, green, as you know, water is H2O. That is, it is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So, green hydrogen production involves splitting this water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen. Now, this split takes place through a process called electrolysis. Okay. Now, electrolysis requires electricity. That electricity will come from solar or wind energy, and production of green hydrogen requires water also because you're splitting the water molecule, right? So, green hydrogen production is highly costly and water intensive. You do require a lot of water. Okay, in fact, it is said that to produce 1 kg of hydrogen, you at least require 10 kg of water. Okay, so it is water intensive. So, all three statements are correct. Okay, next. Consider the following statements regarding Financial Action Task Force. It is an intergovernmental body established in 1989 to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. FATF has total membership of 169 countries and two regional organizations, European Commission and Gulf Cooperation Council. Only countries are in FATF's blacklist are North Korea, Iran, and Myanmar. So, okay. Financial Action Task Force is an intergovernmental body, was established in 1989, and it has three functions basically. First of all, to prevent money laundering. Okay. Then some money laundering is used to finance terror organizations. So, terror financing it has to stop. And some money laundering is also used to create weapons of mass destruction. Okay. So, basically, Financial Action Task Force basically works to stop money being diverted towards these three things. Okay. Clear? Now, first statement is correct. Now, FATF has total 40 members. Okay, 38 of them are countries and two are regional organizations, which are European Commission and Gulf Cooperation Council. So, second statement is false. Now, FATF comes out with two lists: grey list, black list. If a country is not doing anything to prevent money laundering, terror financing, then FATF puts it in grey list. If that country is still not doing anything, not improving at all, and still continues to fund money laundering and terror financing, then it is put in blacklist. Okay. Now, if a country is put in grey list, well, all the foreign investors of the world become cautious before investing in this country. Okay, so foreign investment declines in this country. If a country is put in blacklist, well, no one invests in that country, and plus there are economic sanctions leveled against that country. Okay. Now, Pakistan between 2018 to 2022 was put in grey list, but it was removed. Okay. In blacklist, there are only 3 countries: North Korea, Iran, and Myanmar. So this is correct. 1 and 3, the answer is C. Question 7. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Bhakra Nangal project? So Bhakra Nangal project comprises of 2 complementary dams on river Satluj, Bhakra in Himachal, Nangal in Punjab. Bhakra Beas Management Board plays a crucial role in distribution of water between Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh only. Okay. So Bhakra Nangal project, basically it is a project which involves constructing a big huge dam on river Satluj. Now under this project there are 2 complementary dams. Okay. Bhakra in Himachal and Nangal in Punjab. This is correct. Clear? Now, this project was under the control of Bhakra Nangal Authority, Project Authority. Okay, that authority was under Punjab government until 1966. But in 1966, Punjab got split. Okay, there is the current Punjab, then you created Haryana, and some parts of Punjab were given to the Union Territory of Himachal Pradesh, which became a state later. Okay, all right. So then it came under an independent authority which would distribute waters between Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh. Later, the dams on Beas River were also added under this project, and this authority became Bhakra Beas Management Board. So Bhakra Beas Management Board not only manages Bhakra Nangal project, it also manages Pandor Dam, Pong Reservoir on Beas River as well. Okay, so it became Bhakra Beas Management Board. Now, Bhakra Beas Management Board decides distribution of waters between Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi, and Rajasthan as well, because water from Satluj River is also shifted to Rajasthan through Indira Gandhi Canal. Okay, so Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh only, no Delhi and Rajasthan also. So this statement is false. Only one, the answer is A. And last, consider the following statements regarding US-Ukraine Minerals Agreement. The agreement will establish US-Ukraine Reconstruction Fund, investment fund to finance reconstruction of post-war Ukraine. Ukraine is rich in various critical minerals but lacks rare earth elements. Ukraine holds very competitive positions in 5 key minerals: graphite, titanium, lithium, beryllium, uranium. Okay. So, in an effort to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine, well, USA signed a deal with Ukraine. Okay. In that deal, USA will get access to minerals found in Ukraine. Okay. Plus, under this deal, there will be a US-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund, and the money in this fund will go towards reconstructing reconstructing Ukraine after the war. So, first statement is correct. Now, Ukraine, the reason why USA chose Ukraine is because Ukraine is very rich in minerals. It contains many critical minerals. It also contains rare earth elements. It doesn't lack rare earth elements, it contains them. So, this statement is false. Graphite, lithium, titanium, beryllium, and uranium are extremely ample in Ukraine. So, this is also correct. 1 and 3 only, the answer is C. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation, but it would add more value if you revise it as well. And by revision, I mean spending another 10 minutes taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. Now, these solutions are found in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram channel. And you know where can you find our Telegram channel? Just below this video in the comment section, you'll find a link. Just click on that link, it'll take you to our Telegram channel, and from there, you can download the notes for this lecture and do the necessary revision. On that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.